Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the escape pod. This is my bug out vehicle and my mobile bug out location, if you will. That's only mobile bug out location. Let's say you've got to evacuate for a natural disaster. You know, a week, 10 days for flooding or fire or whatever. It's short term. You know, I don't want to go 2 weeks in a FEMA camp, depending on the government. I can survive 2 weeks in this van without a problem. So this is my bug out location, anytime, anywhere, plain and simple. So, you have a bug out vehicle. You have a bug out location. You've practiced your route to get out there. You have an alternative route. You have an alternative to that alternative route. I understand that. We all practice that. That's what everybody talks about. What happens if an SHTF event occurs? What happens if you're not at home, where you've practiced bugging out from? Where you've got all the routes there, where you've got everything figured out? What happens if you're somewhere else? You haven't planned for that. You haven't practiced that. But it's very possible it could happen unless you live, you're at home 24/7 just waiting for an event. That if that's the case, then you don't need to watch this video. Loving it, man, I swear. This is my favorite thing I've ever gotten, I think. Anyway, so we have to have contingency plans for that as well. So I could be out on vacation. I could be out visiting friends. Next weekend, Ed, Prepper Nurse 1, has invited me out to his West Virginia location with his group. I'm going to go out there next weekend. What if something happened then and I would have to get back to St. Bernard Acres? So that's kind of what you have to, think about, because you don't know when SHTF is going to happen. If we knew when, then these discussions would be moot. So we have to plan for all kinds of variables. And I think one of the most important things that you can have is an atlas, a road atlas that will show you every state. I mean, these things are fantastic. A must-have in your vehicle, as far as I'm concerned. Google Maps is great, but what if cell phones aren't working? There ain't no Google. What if you can't plug into your GPS on your car how to get somewhere? That's not going to do you any good. These will get you where you have to go. These will go a long way to helping you. It's very important to have one. They're not cheap, but they're not like really expensive. So there's no excuse not to have one. You have to have one in your bug out vehicle. Plain and simple. Now, something else I've thought about. I don't know if other preppers have covered it or not. I'm going to cover it. And if you watch my channel on my other subjects, you'll see that I've bought something that's kind of new to me. I'm going to show it to you. And I think this is an excellent bug out tool. Let me get everything out. Should have had it out already. Or just these two items anyway. my camera bag. What this is a drone. Lightweight, extremely maneuverable. That's it. That's the size. It's very small, very compact, and invaluable amounts of information can be achieved from it, obtained from it. And I'm talking about, this is your controller. That's all you have to carry around, some batteries. Everything's rechargeable. It plugs into my power station. I can recharge everything on the fly. So why is this an invaluable tool? Like I said, you don't have Google Earth, Google Maps. None of that is available. You need to go a certain route. You looked in your atlas, you said, okay, if I go this route, I can get there. How do you know if that route's open? How do you know what's on that road, what's waiting for you up ahead? This is your scout. Now this thing will go about, I don't know, I've had it up to 750 feet in the air. When it gets up, I mean, the limit's 400, that's the law in the US, but after S.H.T.F. happens, I don't think that's going to matter. I'll put it up as high as I want. But at 400 feet, I can't see it, I can't hear it, nobody's going to know it's up there. You know, and I mean at 200 feet, 150 feet, you can't hear it. You know, they're that good. They have, this one has a 4K camera on it with zoom. And you can control the camera to where when you're flying over, you can have the camera pointed straight down as you do a flyover. You could go down the road. I've had this out 2 miles and then returned home, you know, returned to me. So you've got a 2-mile range there. Now the higher you are, the less distance, you know, it's all relative. You have to practice with them. You have to practice with these just like you practice with your firearms, you know. But this is going to tell you what's up ahead if you're headed in a certain direction. I think it's great. I think everybody should have one in their bug out bag because it can see things ahead that you can't see. Everything in this camera is on your phone, which is part of this remote. So that's how you're flying it. You're not watching the drone, you're watching the camera. So, and you don't have to have Wi-Fi to do that. It's all done, the connection between the drone and the controller, and then Bluetooth to the phone. So you're not depending on the internet that may be down or cellular data that may be down. After S.H.T.F. and if communications goes out, your cell phone is just a tool then. So you use it as a tool. You know, it's no longer communicating with the outside world, but you can really see what's up ahead. If there's riots up ahead, you'll be able to see it and know not to go that way. You know, is the road open? Is there a blockade? You'll be able to see it before you get there. You know, this is safer than sending somebody out as a scout, in my opinion. So, that's what I wanted to add. That's what I wanted to talk about. And it all folds up, so nice and small. Doesn't add hardly any weight, but I think the value of it is pretty obvious. I just think they're worth having. That's a tool for your bug out bag, for your bug out vehicle. whatever. And they don't take up that much room. There's 3 batteries for it. Those batteries are good for about a half an hour of runtime. And what's nice, if you charge these batteries, you can use the charge of these batteries to charge your cell phone if you needed to. The controller charges your phone while you're using it. So you don't have to worry about your phone going dead. This lasts for about 6 hours before it needs recharge. But that's what you recharge it with. Plug right in your power station. This power bank right here would charge all of that. And then I can recharge the power bank. Go out and practice with it. And make it a part of your plan. There you go. I'd like to hear what you think about it. Do you think this drone idea is a good one? You can have a ton of fun with it until something happens. So it's dual purpose. It's not just bought for your bug out bag and put away. Have fun with it. Learn it. You know, that's what I'm in the middle of now. This is Joe here at the Escape Pod. I got some work to do in it. I got a lot of work to do in it still. But I can take it today. I mean, as I'm working on it, Gary and I are planning on our event. I'm taking this to Ed's place in West Virginia. This is where I'm going to be sleeping. And that's next weekend. So it's not going to be all completed. But you know what? I got a bed. I got sleeping bags. I got pillows. I got food. I got water. That's all I need right now. You know, I have an air conditioner. You saw that video. You know, my portable air conditioner. And I got my little buddy heater. Let me know what y'all think. Remember to like, share, comment. Do all those good things. This is Joe with my HandFan. This is what keeps me cool. That's what keeps me cool in the van. While I'm sitting out here. There'll be a link to it. I'm telling you, it's awesome. Stay cool and hydrated. All at the same time. And recharge it. There's my power station again. Just plug it in, charge it. I got hours and hours of a personal fan. So, and filtered water. They got filters in them. That's it, folks. I'm out.